What do Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Witch Watch Chapter 85. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, oh my god, we got a massive reveal last chapter, and that was Rand is not just the son of an ogre. No, he is the son of the Undying Witch to boot. So, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. And we got a beautiful color page here with everyone here. Oh my god, it looks fantastic. Here we go. And this chapter is titled Autumn Storms Part 4. Your dad was an ogre, but your mom was a warlock? And undying? Whoa, what? I was born in 1860. What? I'm over 160 years old. Shouldn't she be bound in some way? No, she's an odd one for a witch. Her power is situational. Her magic lets her revive and command the dead. That, and it gives her immortality, huh? I'm Ogari Utake. As of today, I'm the new turnkey here. Take, you're an ogre. Ogre then? Had the ogre clan sided with us, the war might have gone differently. You give us too much credit. We aren't what we once were. Thanks to human persecution, only the Otake and Otogi clans remain. A part of me envies your immortality, Undying Witch Uzu. I'm not immortal, not truly. My wounds heal more quickly, and I age more slowly, that's all. I grow at 1/20th the speed of average humans. I like that. So she's not truly immortal. She just ages slower than humans, and her wounds heal quickly. Okay. 1/20th? Then to reach the age of 60, you'd have to live for 1,200 years. That sounds immortal to me. How long have you lived? For 250 years? Wow. Even though she's a warlock. But my body is only 22. Wow. A witch associated with the color black, she was blindingly white. To me, she looked as beautiful as the celestial Tenyo. Really? Then we're the same age. How are we the... Ansei, year 3, 1856. Japan wrestled with chaos and changes the shogunate plunged into its final years. At that same time, a war history wouldn't remember a war history wouldn't remember raged deep in the woods and mountains. There had been an irreconcilable split in beliefs. Magic was divided into white and black, witches and warlocks. These two sides clashed in the Great Mage War. It ended with the warlocks' defeat. The most powerful of them, starting with their leader, Jura, were executed. Their bloodlines were also wiped out in order to prevent any such war from happening again. All except for one, that is. If you can't die, I suppose imprisonment for life is the only other option. I pity you, Undying One. You chose the wrong life path. Don't blame me. I didn't choose this for myself. I simply wasn't born like most others. Is that my fault? That's a great question. Tell me, Ogre, why did you fight for the White Witches? A witch clan my ancestors once served called for aid. I did as my duty demanded. Your duty? That is a pleasing ring, but really, you simply happen to be born an ogre. You helped a witch your family simply happened to know. I know the history of persecution ogres have suffered at human hands. Haven't you ever cursed the heritage that sets you apart? Good question. That is a great question. What's normal is always only whatever happens to be most common, but we're not like that. We were born this way. It's all we know. They came to enjoy chatting about nothing in particular. Their lives growing up, their favorite things, the changes in society, the sweetness of Mohagi rice cakes. Sometimes they even laughed together. They had all the time in the world, after all. An eternity of imprisonment, no hope of release. For someone who can't die, that wears not on the body, but on the mind. In some ways, it's a fate far worse than death. For her, Ogregard, it caused him to despise the power of immortality, and it sowed seeds of doubt regarding the witch's cause. I don't blame him. Like, who is the real villain here? Who? And I'm not gonna lie, like in series that I've covered and have read that I haven't covered on this channel, like it usually ends up being the side that you think is the side of light ends up being, not as white as you think they are. If that makes sense. Because being perfect is not a thing that you could strive for. Well, you could strive for being perfect, but it's not something that you can obtain. That's the wordings. Magari, kill me. Kill you? You can't die. If we could kill you, you'd already be dead. Well, I can die. There's one way for an undying one to find death. That's to birth a child. Whoa! If I conceive a child, my power will move into them, leaving me free to die. Please, Magari, I can ask this only of you. The undying witch escaped. The ochre turnkey is missing too. Find them. That power must not be passed on. Your child is born. Look, a healthy boy. Look, a healthy boy, Uzu. Let me hold him. Aww. To think babies were such tiny things. Uzu. I won't apologize. Hate me, child. Hate the world. I'm tired of life. My son, grant your mother her one wish. Magari, thank you. Farewell. February, Anzai, year 7. I took my first breath deep in the mountains, far from human lands. At first I grew just as quickly as any other child, hiding from society. My dad raised me out in the mountains. I was 10 when my growth suddenly slowed to a crawl. My dad died, too. A mountain accident took him just like that. I didn't feel any particular sadness, though. My dad never loved me. Oh, you've lived alone since you were 10? Yes, I spent 60 years in the mountains. When I looked 13, I went down into human lands for the first time. I've been here ever since for the past 90 years. You spent 150 years alone? I'm not trying to gain sympathy about my misfortunes. I won't bore you with sob stories about the crap I went through looking like a kid for decades either. I had to get stronger. That was my only choice. It's not like I didn't have the time. I traveled here and there, training however I could. Oh, God, I can't help but think of UQ Holder in this moment. I met new people and left them. Some were kind, some were not. Eventually, any desire to grow close to others faded. My training and food became my reason for living. Ah, okay, I get why you're so strong now. You had so much time you could reach levels a normal person could never hope to. In other words, you cheated. Huh? No, how's that cheating? Why? I heard what you said, but I don't understand it. We're both ogres. We're the same. Why can't we find some way to work this out? Why do we have to fight? You think we're the same? Okay, sure, I'll admit that I enjoyed my stay with you and your dad, but it threw in my face just how alone I really am. I'm not going to elbow my way into a happy family and park my butt like I belong. Is that why you left? We were born this way. It's all we know. Born a warlock, my mother suffered for centuries before finally ending her life. Born an ogre, my father was persecuted by humans and dragged into war by witches. As their child, I've lived my whole life unloved, and I'm doomed to live for centuries more. Is any of that my fault? This is how I was born. What else am I supposed to do? Are you really going to call us the same, Morihito? Ooh, that's a good point. Sometime after I left your family, I met a man who called himself a warlock. He wanted my help with a certain project. Project? He said he needed my ability to bring the dead back to life. He said that he needed me. I decided I was taking their side. What project? The plan is to build a world ruled by warlocks. To do that, we're going to bring Jura, the warlock sealed away at the end of the Great Mage War, back to life. And we'll use Nico Wakatsuki to do it. What? Whoa, what? Look, understand what Rand is saying. I understand that pain he's going through. I can understand that. Like, when you've lived for so long like that, it can break you. The best example of this, again, UQ Holder, the mortals in that series are the best example of what Rand has been through. And also, another one would be, oh my God, what's the Zeno? There we go. Zeno, the dragon that I named my kitty after. I can't believe I forgot your name for a second. From Yona of the Dawn, the immortal dragon. He's another one. He was born that way. He couldn't help it. And same with Yukihime in UQ Holder. She couldn't help being born the way she was, an immortal doomed to live that way. Same with there was a few other immortals up in UQ Holder that were like that too. They were born the way they were. They couldn't help that. But it's not that. And I feel like the way it should have been, the question should have been answered is, it's what you do with your life. Like, it's what you do with it. You take what you're given and you can do whatever you want with it. You can change the cycle. You can end the cycle of hatred. You could. And it's sad that it got to the point for Rand's parents, they felt like there was nothing they could do. Sure, but for Rand, he could have learned from his parents that what he could have taken away from it was, I don't want it to be like that. No, I'm going to take that and I'm going to end this cycle. And especially after seeing what was happening with Moy, after staying with Moy and his dad, he could be like, they could be happy. Things are changing. It doesn't have to be the way it was back then. Especially since it's been a long ass time now. It's been 90 years. Things are different, and I could be part of ending this cycle. But unfortunately, when it's been ingrained to you like that, it's hard to, get out of that mindset. It's different for everyone. It really is. Another series that's a really really ingrains that into you. Like, you could really picture that, actually, is Attack on Titan. I mean, look at the Eldians that were living in Marley, that were, living in the camps in Marley. They felt the same way. They felt they didn't need to break the cycle of the cycle of being oppressed. Fuck, if you want to go back even further and look at my people that were freed from Egypt, some of them felt like they didn't deserve to be free, and they weren't ready to enter. And God said, after the Golden Calf incident anyway, God said, you got to get rid of this generation of slaves, and only a generation of free Jews are going to be allowed into the land of milk and honey. So, but yeah, I can understand. But why would you think more hatred? The only thing I don't understand from Rand is, why would you think the solution to this would be more hatred? Why? That don't make sense. This is not the right solution. More hatred is not the solution to this. I don't understand his mindset here. But I want to know more about the war. Where is that shit? But I'm really curious what you guys think, because there's more to this war than I think we realize here. Definitely. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Witch Watch content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.